Lesson 5.11, derivative rules graphically. The first problem is having your f of x and your g of x, and then h of x is a composition of those. It's a quotient rule. Remember, quotient rule goes low times derivative of high minus high times derivative of low, all over low squared. So all you're doing is using this as your x value and plugging that in. So having this already ahead of time helps. And so we would find h prime, or the derivative at -2 of the h function by plugging in and having g of -2 times f prime of -2 minus f of -2 times g prime of -2 all over g of -2 squared. Okay, g of -2, that's just the ordered pair. So on this g function at x is -2, I have an ordered pair there. The y is -2. So that times the derivative at -2. That means the slope here. The slope here is on this linear piece. So just pick one point and find the rise over run. Looks like I'm going down a box, right a box, down a box, right a box. That'd be a -1 slope. Okay, minus f of -2 is an ordered pair. Has a y value of 1. G prime of -2 is the slope at -2, which is on this linear part, which is going up a box, right a box, up a box, right a box. So that slope is 1. All over g of -2 squared. We already found that at -2 our y value is -2. And so that's just simplifying. It'd be 2 minus 1 over 4. And which would be 1/4. Okay, and then number 2, same thing, but this time h of x is a chain rule. And so we have h of x, h prime of x would be taking the derivative of the outside, so f prime of keeping the inside the same, times the derivative of the inside. And we want to find at 0. So we would have f prime of g of 0 times g prime of 0. Looking at our g graph, we want to find what is the y value when x is 0. That would be -4. And then we want the slope of g at 0. Which is this piece. So it looks like it's going down 1, right 1. So that'd be a slope of -1. Okay, you have to find your slope of f at -4, which should be here. This linear part is going up 1, right 1. So that slope is +1 times -1 would give you a final answer of -1.